Well, my name's Charlie Rogers, and I'm on the Emeritus Executive Board. I've been a member of this ministry since 1964, and I've loved every minute of it. I've traveled to minister in 73 different nations during this time, mostly these days in Africa, and because that's my first love and my first call. I was born in Grapevine, Texas, and my father was a farmer, and also his father was a farmer. I grew up in a Baptist church. All my family were Baptists. The preacher that night had preached on hell. And I'm not being profane when I say he scared the hell out of me. I mean, I never wanted to go there after I heard that message. So I got up and I walked down, and as soon as that altar call started, and I said, "Mister, I want to give my life to Jesus." And I give my life to Christ then, and I've been saved ever since. And I'm 84 years old now, and I was 9 years old then, so it's been a while. Well, when I was young, the Lord spoke to my heart that I need to preach, but I didn't want to preach. So I planned to be the world's greatest running back, and somehow I got changed along the line. In 1965, I was working in Dallas for the Full Gospel Businessmen's first ever convention in Dallas. I was working with my father because there didn't have anything to do right now in the ministry, and I quit this morning because the Lord told me to come enter the healing ministry. And I said, I don't know what that is or how that is, but that's what I'm going to do. And when I came to the meeting to start my healing ministry, quote unquote, I came in the afternoon. There was a room full of people, a microphone on a long lead, and nobody doing anything. So I just walked up and got the microphone and said, "Hi, my name's Charlie Rogers. I've come to enter the healing ministry. If you want healing, come on down." And about 40 people came down. And I believed it was going to all work, so I played on. The first lady had a skin cancer so bad you could smell it. And I prayed for her. She fell on the floor, and in a few seconds she got up. It was all gone. There was a blind lady, with one eye, her eye was healed, deafness was healed, everything that came just, and when the officials came in to start the meeting, after people laying all over the floor, and I was headed out the door because I had finished. They said, "Who are you? What do I say?" "Well, I'm through." When I first joined the World Missionary Fellowship, as we said, they didn't have any mission department. And another man, a gentleman named Charles Anderson, who was for years a missionary to India, he joined the World Missionary Fellowship. And we were trying to get missions started here. And he became the mission director, the very first one of World Missionary Fellowship. But I was working in Haiti, and I was living in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, going back and forth. And he called me one night and he said, "I want you to come over here right now." I said, "Well, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I can't get there right now. What's the problem?" He said, "Well, this diabetes has flared up." I said, "I'm in the hospital, and they gave me a 50-50 chance of making it, and I want this mission thing to go forward." So I said, "Well, I'll be there tomorrow." So I got a plane the next day and flew, got a car, went to the hospital. He said, "Promise me that you will be you'll take this mission thing until I get on my feet." Well, he later went to heaven, and I was the temporary mission director for World Missionary Fellowship from about 1973 or 4 until 2016. I had this idea to have a birthday party for Jesus. And I had been in a lot of large churches and conventions and things, but nobody bought into that. They said, "Oh no, we can't do it. Not in December. We're busy having Christmas." I said, "But it's his birthday." "No, we got our kind of holidays, our music." And I understood all that because but I still wanted to do it. So I had this friend whom I'd never met actually, but a friend of mine had been to Christ for the Nation for a conference, and he met this African preacher, and he came by my house and said, "You need to know this guy. You two are going to work together someday." And I said, "Well, fine. Tell him to write me." So the guy wrote me. But since I couldn't get anybody to have this birthday party for Jesus, just by chance, I wrote him and said, "Would you like to host a birthday party for Jesus? And, have a place where we can have hundreds or thousands of people, and the gift for his birthday will be all the people we get saved in a crusade." And this guy said, "Oh yes, that's right down our line." And he said, "Show up on this day and bring your sound system." We don't have sound. And so I went and got a Radio Shack. It was tinny, but it was there. We'd grow about 1,000 people each night. So we were running 5,000 to 7,000 people at the end of a week. And in the daytime, we'd go to the villages and just evangelize the villages. And I was in one village. They said, we need a Christian school. I said, "Well, if you'll furnish the land, I'll build the school and we'll have one." And they said, "And you can use it for whatever you want to, the school and the church, whatever." So before I left there, I had agreed to build 10 of these. And I didn't have a dime. I didn't have 2 dimes to run together, particularly. That's how I got started. And so I've been building schools and churches and clinics and everything ever since. One year, a young man from Nigeria came, and he said, "I heard you were all having revival." I said, "Yes." He said, "Will you come to Nigeria?" I said, "Yes." So they got a group together, and then they said, in Togo they heard, so we went to Togo, and then we went to Benin, then we went, on and on and on. And that's really how we got there, just going to do meetings, pastors' conferences, and outdoor crusades at night. And it just grew and grew, went far beyond what I ever dreamed or would do. To date, I have ordained personally, laid hands on them and know them, for about 3,000 pastors in Africa, all across the front. So from the first moment I saw them, I knew that this was my home. This was my calling. This was for me. So I just did whatever was to do. And I wish I could say I had all this great vision, but I don't. The Lord has it. I don't have it. But I just have tried to obey the Lord and follow that leadership of the Holy Spirit. And I say yes a lot. It's just been so real to me to see that these are Bible days. I used to think, wouldn't it be wonderful? Well, it is. But if you want to believe now, you can have that now. And I found this wonderful group of people that believe that. I think we're fixing to find a worldwide revival and a great harvest of souls, and I believe I want to be part of that.